So I have been fermenting for years, and I've had really cool things happen in fermentation and really funky things through mistakes and accidents. One of the fun, cool things I had happen is one time when I was making banana flower vinegar, I accidentally covered it. Well, not accidentally. I tried to cover it to protect it. I knew I was going to be gone for several months away from it, and I didn't want anything to get into it. So I covered it with a container with air gaps and everything. And when I came back a few months later, I had not banana flower vinegar, but I had a banana flower sherry or wine, and it was really tasty. And everybody at our work was like, man, I drink that. And so I left it out and made it into vinegar. And afterwards, I kind of kicked myself. I was like, man, I should have just like froze that right there and let that be a sherry and just something we drink, because it was really tasty and probably great for us. So in that mistake and several other things that have happened over the years, I kind of come to wonder about the byproduct of FPJ becoming more than vinegar, even though vinegar is a great thing to do with it and it's super tasty. So in those questions and wonderings, I came across something on the internet, and I reached out to some people that had a really cool product, something I thought, I want to play with that with natural farming, because there's a part in natural farming where we capture yeasts and use it, and I haven't got into that in any of our videos yet, but I will. And this company had a way to harvest yeasts out of a ferment without disrupting the ferment, and I was like, I need to check that out. So I reached out to them, and they let me check out their system. So this is not an advertisement, but I got one in the mail by Craft Brew. Super cool company making a super cool product, and I am going to take you on my process of experimenting and totally misusing their super cool beer crafting product and see if we can't make some natural farming uses for this product. So today I'm going to set it up. I've never set it up before. Unbox it. I'll show you everything that's in here and see if we can't make some wild fermentation happen here with our natural farming things and a really cool beer crafting product, and see if we can't make some jalapeno hooch or wine or whatever it turns into. So let's give it a go. Let me set this up. So there you have it. We just set up a Craft Brew Catalyst fermentation system. And it's made for beer, and I'm stoked to one day make some beer in it, but it's just a cool setup. So great big fermentation vessel. And I think I'm missing the little airlock that goes on top of that, so either I put it somewhere or got missed in this. If you're extracting to several different containers, this screws on the bottom here, and you can kind of let it go into smaller vessels. The coolest thing about it, though, is my favorite thing is this. It is a giant valve. that interacts with a basic wide mouth ball valve or ball jar. And so they call this a 3-inch butterfly valve. But what this enables you to do is to taste or check out or pull off kind of the sludge of your fermentation without disrupting the process. So I get in here, say I'm brewing something, and I have this wide open, this is full, and I want to close that off, unscrew. Now I can collect yeast mid-process and 100 other things. So I just love this. This I have a bunch of ideas for, and that it's at the bottom. Anyways, I'll play around with it. We're gonna do a bunch of stuff today. I'm gonna go clean all this real well because I just took it out of the box and I know it's clean, but I wanna get it ready for fermenting. And we'll put in some leftovers from jalapeno FPJ and see if we can't do something cool. All right, here we are, ready to go. I got all the things I need. I'm gonna use some spring water. This is my mash from the leftover FPJ. I'm gonna use some, probably say it not wrong, demerara, kind of like a raw, least processed sugar. I got my craft brew fermentation vessel. I went with a 3-part airlock because they're easier to clean. And I got my pot for heating my water so that I can dissolve a bunch of sugar into it. I'm gonna play around with about 4 pounds of sugar per gallon, more or less. And I was really torn on this first attempt between going full wild and just using the yeast and biology that's in my FPJ leftovers or solid after extraction, or adding a yeast and getting a higher alcohol content, because generally a wild yeast is only going to take you to 3 to 5% alcohol. And I'm thinking for jalapeno, because it's my first one, a jalapeno beer might not be as tasty as a jalapeno champagne or sherry. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna go with a store-bought yeast, a champagne yeast, and I'm gonna go ahead and add that. So I'm gonna get my yeast started by putting it in some warm water, maybe with some nutrients, and we'll see if we can't get something with a little more alcohol than beer. Not that I don't like beer, I'm just thinking jalapeno beer. Anyways, it's a decision. I made the decision. We'll see. I think I definitely want to do like a raspberry beer or something next. But let's jump into it. Got to get some water heated and get my yeast woken up, and then we'll go to the next step. If you did want to do like a wild fermentation, I think collecting some flowers early in the morning that have their own yeasts on them and getting some fresh jalapeno from early in the morning would be your best bet, even to add in the mix with your jalapeno leftovers. Those flowers are going to have all kinds of living things on them, and so will the skin of and the insides even of the jalapeno itself. So I do that if you are going to do a full wild fermentation and go for something with a little less alcohol. All right, let's get started by getting our water boiling. The boiling water enables us to dissolve much more sugar than we could if it was room temperature. Got the fire going. come back in a minute. All right, so now it's time to add the sugar. We got 4 pounds of sugar per scoop, and we got about 4 gallons. So we're gonna add 4 of these scoops and stir them into our boiling water. So we'll heat and stir this until it's fully dissolved in the water, and then we'll take it over and combine it with our yeast and our jalapenos. All right, so we are here with our sugar water ready, and I'm gonna go ahead and transfer it to the vessel 1 scoop at a time because I don't want to pour it. You could siphon it, but I'm just gonna use a scoop right now. So as not to spill, I'm going to scoop some material in. Can you tell I've never done this before? Get some of those sugars mixed in, the ones that weren't fully dissolved on the fermented plant juice leftovers. So part of the reason we're doing this video is to show all the endless possibilities in fermentation, and for a farmer, being able to add value to a crop or the waste from a crop is so cool. I mean, you could do this with dandelions, you could do this with all kinds of stuff. So we'll see how this one goes, but the sky's the limit on adding value, using your products to be profitable as a farmer. All right, last but not least, our yeast. It's been sitting for 15 minutes. It's all ready to go. And into the mix we go. Looking good. All right, I'll clean up the outside of this and put the lid on. Everything got sterilized before we began. Let me go ahead and wipe down the edge with a clean towel. With all this weight on this stand feels so sturdy. It's just a great design. So now I need to add a little bit of water to my airlock, and we are good to go. All right, day 1 brewing jalapeno champagne, or whatever it turns out to be, is accomplished. And I'll take some video as it brews, and we'll see all the different changes that go on in this jalapeno, whatever it turns out to be. We'll see what the alcohol content is. But thanks Craft to Brew for an awesome system to play with. I can't wait to do all kinds of things with this. The next is probably LAB. because I can strain my whey right out the bottom without even messing with the curds, and then once it's all empty, take the curds and use them to make cheese. But I don't even have to try and get in and take it out. I can just take it right out the bottom. So all kinds of fun things coming with this, but first we'll see how we do with, instead of making vinegar with our leftovers from FPJ, making some good quality drinks. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had fun. I'm having fun. We'll jump into a bunch of other things with this, and I'll get into some more natural farming videos coming up. I just wanted to have a little fun and take a break and see if we couldn't have something to drink while we make our videos. All right, bye guys. Right now I'm going to extract the yeast, which is awesome that we can jump in here without disrupting. This will be our yeast collector. And that is it. We'll go give that a taste and put it away. That's actually really good. No longer sweet. Yeah, that's cool. All right, we'll be extracting this in the next few days. Check it out in a second. Hey guys, welcome to extraction time. Our jalapeno champagne is looking great. I can't wait to taste it. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut my butterfly valve here, and nice and sealed, and I'm going to remove what I hope is some killer yeast, just in case this is like the best brew ever. There's one thing I found: if a little bit of jalapeno gets stuck in there, you can have a continuous drip. So we'll just leave that right there. My yeast isn't going anywhere. Move the jar a little bit to the side. And now I'm going to set up for extraction. Everything has been sterilized thoroughly. I have rigged up onto the Crafter Brew's nice nozzle and tube a stop valve. So this is a tube for stopping the flow of liquid really easily as I set up in my bottles. This is a sterilized cheesecloth that I have. I don't know that I'm going to get a great seal with it, but I'm going to give it a try. So complete experiment here, but this is to keep the solids out of my brew. And I am prepared with my makeshift strainer because I did something with solids. This is not normal for brewing, say, beer and stuff. You'd have maybe a lot less solids in there, and I don't want those big chunks kind of gumming up and getting inside. So I've sterilized all my bottles. I have two kinds of bottles. Nice amber bottles, and then some smaller bottles here. All right, let's give it
a try. So I'm going to open up. Everything seems to be a-okay. Take this guy off. In we go. Good to see a little bit of fizz in there, but wasn't expecting a whole lot. Alrighty. Next one incoming. I should get a system for this. Can you tell I've never done this before? Alright. First container sealed. Doesn't that just look like good enough to drink? We'll see how we do. Alright, here we are for the taste test. Smells like jalapenos. Wow, that's good. That's effervescent. It's like a fruity drink, like a sparkling cider, and no jalapeno spice in your mouth, but in the back, like down in your chest, there's like that spice. That's fun. Like a jalapeno sour. Well done, Craft to Brew. Hey friends, thanks for watching. I know it's been a while since I made a video. That was just for fun, but I am getting back into it. And life is busy sometimes, and this season was just that. But thanks for watching. We are live at naturalfarming.co. The website is up and running, and all kinds of fun things are being offered there and are going to be offered there in the coming year. including online, advanced classes and, going deeper into things. So do check that out. Let me know what you think. And the people over at Craft a Brew, this isn't a advertisement or anything, but they did offer you guys watching this video $20 off anything from their store. So check it out. If you enter the promo code ChrisTrump20, you get $20 off at their website. So it's all one word, no spaces, ChrisTrump20, and they sent it to me in capitals, so I don't know if you got to capitalize it. But check them out if you want. It's just a fun toy, and see what we're doing over at naturalfarming.co, and yeah, support. We're going to be going to Cambodia next, and sharing natural farming and love and knowledge with friends there. Varek is on some of the natural farming groups, and they're doing cool things and seeking to make a difference in their community. So we'll definitely want to get over there and support, and you can follow that journey and that story also at naturalfarming.co. So cool stuff, guys. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.